able to pull away from the other, but that is not due to any shortage of effort on either side. It's a goodish game, this, and at half-time, it's one each.
So there was the first half. Who wants half-time when you have a contest this good? I can only hope it picks up where it left off.
Barcelona head into the dressing room after a half in which we've seen 2 goals, one each, and the game right on edge. There's the whistle then to start the second half. That looks a good ball through. He's shifting through the gears here. Mbappe showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Son Heung-min. Can he finish? And he's done it!
Well, whenever he reminds us of his wondrous skill set, it's usually something very memorable or even unforgettable. We'll certainly remember that one. Barcelona really were asking for trouble there by failing to cope with a formidable press.
And yes, it's him again. Barcelona go into the lead. Neymar had a really good go at breaking through, but shapes to shoot! Yes, it's there! Not so fast, not so fast, they say. We want it just as badly. We will make a fight of it.
Well, I think there's a few trying to claim offside, but he looks to have been on. Yeah, he was on.
And Messi! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Messi really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Corner number 2 then. Header! Barcelona have a free kick. Costa Curta. And he has been fouled there. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. Kimmich. Davids. And it's De Bruyne. That pass has been well intercepted. Son Heung-min. It's a sweet ball, that. Now it's Mbappe. And he's certainly onside here. Now it's Neymar. Mbappe unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. That's a shade optimistic. Well, what about it? What an enthralling contest. What a wonderful contest. Davids. Nice bit of trickery. Now, who's going to be first to this? Barcelona needed that. They really needed it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Taken off it pretty forcefully. Messi. And he was quick to react. Caicedo. And he's picked out the run. Upamecano. Now Davids. Kimmich. White. And reclaimed it in a trice. Costa Curta gets over and intercepts. And they can counter here. Valverde. Now it's Messi. He's picked his way through. It's a foul. It could be a penalty. Barcelona faced with a real prospect of letting this slip. And he is going into that little black book.
Well, I think he's quickly realised how stupid he was for doing that.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
Oh, brilliant stop from Courtois.
Oh, what a cracking save from the keeper. That may turn out to be psychologically pivotal.
Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Mbappe. Now it's Son Heung-min, and he's managed to get free.
Barcelona showing a good level of intensity at this stage. They're calling on all their resources now.
Fiddles it through. Upamecano cuts out the pass. Alexander-Arnold. Davids does really well to win the ball there. Final ball not quite right, and his teammates are irritated at that. Kimmich. De Bruyne. Nicely weighted ball. Son Heung-min, whose purpose now is to complete a hat-trick. Upamecano kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
Costa Curta. And it's Beckham. Davids.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although they're still...
And this is Messi. Can he put it away? And he nearly went all the way.
Messi just backs himself every time. Give him a challenge and he'll rise to it.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 17, el dorsal 6, Modric.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
He's having a hit! Petit. Petit. Modric. Robertson. No, that's been intercepted. And that is as far as it goes. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end, not for the want of desire, drive or determination. No complaints. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, a decent draw, Peter, with a good mix of action and plenty of talking points, and it ended with the right result, in my opinion.
Barcelona, definitely a team that seems upwardly mobile. Their exploits so far this season have granted them the chance to prove just that, and with plenty of games left. This is a test that they ought to pass with flying colours, but, of course, their opponents have ambitions of their own. This is, of course, the Azteca, a stadium that evokes so many memories. And if you wonder to what I am referring, you need only look back at the commemorative bronze plaques of the game of the century, the goal of the century. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Barcelona come into this game needing something. To fall short here would impact horribly on their future, immediate and beyond. Oh, what a climb! And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Mbappe! That is a great ball. Whistle goes again. It's another offside decision. Well, here's your hero, goal scorer, match winner, saviour, all in one. Lionel Messi is indeed one of a kind, and history shows that he is all of those things and so much more.
Yeah, and we can testify to that, having covered quite a few of those games where he showed the very best qualities.
Yeah, time after time, it is a tale of the extraordinary, and we've come to expect the extraordinary from him.
We have.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Neymar.
Oh, that was expansive and incisive, the type of move to please any coach. A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Beckham. No goals as yet. He's got tall, and he has kicked it out somehow.
Mbappe is offering a wry smile there.
Robertson. Now it's Son Heung-min. White too strong for his opponent there. Beckham. For Petit. Good spot, he's seen the run. And here's Mbappe. Mbappe! Barcelona with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Caicedo attempts a clearance. He's in plenty of space here. And that pass isn't the best. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Mbappe! Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all.
Neymar, well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually...
Tries a shot! Goal! Barcelona! The goal for which they thirsted, the goal for which they craved. Now, full steam ahead to the ultimate prize.
Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
How important will this turn out to be? This is going to give them a lot more options now.
Neymar. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Ødegaard. Now it's Mbappe. Messi. Shapes to shoot! Fagioli. Guadalajara do have a chance to counter here. Ødegaard.
Oh, that's such a good run. More of that, please.
He's got the shot away! And for a moment, time stood still.
Barcelona really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
Can he latch on to this? Caicedo. He's looking to set free a runner. And it's Messi. And Messi! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Messi really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Fiddles it through.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
And that was asking just too much of him. White is one whose deliveries we all know about. And it's half-time here. And it's a half which has simmered along nicely, warming up to what may be a more open second half to follow. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Barcelona deserve to be ahead and probably should be in front by more considering the amount of chances they've managed. Everything points to more of the same second half and a good solid win.
Barcelona leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments and it's 1-0 at the break.
Aquí están los jugadores.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. And he's on his way! And the shot! No mistake! 2 up and threatening to pull clear!
Look, there just wasn't much of a gap to begin with, and to find it, I think it was a fine drive, and I don't think the keeper could have really planned for that. I think he's a bit unlucky in that instance.
Messi. Messi.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Mbappe. Ødegaard. Jimenez. Valverde. Wriggles his way through. That's tidy. Ødegaard. Very nicely done. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Mbappe! Surely now they are well and truly out of sight. And they are pulling clear here.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
Barcelona find a position of real strength now.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Looking for options for movement. Has a goal! Oh, extraordinary.
Well, he did get himself into a good position. Something for him to cling to.
Well, it's still early in the second half, but this does look like a job already done. Caicedo. Now it's Foden. Messi. And he's chosen to go back. Messi! They're trying everything to subdue him here.
Well, learning from your mistakes and not repeating them is never completely guaranteed, but
He's had a shot! It's in! Yet another goal in an awesome performance. They are in complete charge. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
Messi.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
No doubt as to who has the momentum here now. The only doubt is how many is coming.
Can he finish? He's put it wide. Fagioli. Fagioli. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Well, nicely intercepted. Foden.
That's going in strongly.
Valverde. No, he's not going to get any further than that. He's been picked out. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Guadalajara can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Well, Peter, I don't think there's anything tactical or injury related here. I think it's just all about the push for a goal now.
Foden. Koundé. And it's Beckham. Messi. Fagioli. Now Foden. Messi. Akanji kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. That looks a good ball through. Upamecano cuts out the pass. No way through. Plenty to aim at here. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Now it's Messi. Oh, perfectly measured that. Donnarumma will lay claim to that.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Messi. Great hit! Oh, the ball's run loose here. And he's following up. Now the finish! Now, who's going to be first to this? Guadalajara left themselves pretty well unguarded there, but they are still alive.
Oh, that was a real let-off, Peter. I think they can count themselves very lucky.
And it's Beckham. Mbappe. A real chance if he can get through. Foden. Now it's Messi. That pass has been well intercepted. And here's Messi. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
Se van a jugar 4 minutos de compensación.
4 added minutes on the board. And that is a little undercooked. Petit puts his foot on the gas. Messi. Good running, strong and purposeful. Son Heung-min. And that's it. Barcelona are going up, and now they can dream. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Well, I think this has to be one of the sternest tests they have faced as a team. Promotion. And you have to give full credit for the way everyone responded to this. They knew how big this was, how much it meant to them.
La alineación del Barcelona será...
Well, this really is quite uplifting. There is so much to raise the mood all around us. After all, this is when, in the face of anything, hope springs eternal, and the fans puff out their chests proudly. It really is a sight to behold here as Spotify Camp Nou opens its arms to the Barcelona nation, 100,000 plus in unison. And as you can see, we've already started here. Can he put it away? And it's a goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early. Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
Fernando Torres.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Davids. Now it's Messi. And Messi! Decent enough try. Roberto Carlos. That's a sharp pass. That is a great pick out. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Great chance! And that is doing no harm at all.
Well, that's why we all say indecision is fatal.
Petit. And it's Neymar. No, that's been intercepted. Pirlo. He's through. Torres! Oh, that's horribly mistimed, and it's given. Penalty. Barcelona faced with a real prospect of letting this slip. Yellow or red? It is red. Barcelona are now forced to play the bulk of the game a man short.
Well, his thinking may have been about making his presence felt, but not the wisest of decisions.
Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. Not a twitch, not a blink.
Well, I'm not sure what body language the keeper was trying to read, but it didn't work.
Barcelona are making an early change here.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 26.
So that's 2 now without reply.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Adriano. Spread it left.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Kimmich. To Messi. Mbappe. Beckham. Oh, sweet feet. Shot a goal! Roberto Carlos. And it's Fernando Torres. And it's Beckham. Oh, that's fabulous. Adriano. Adriano!
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
Adriano. Beckham. It's a goal kick. Gerrard picks it up from the goal kick. And it's Beckham.
Oh, really well played.
Messi. Mbappe. Kimmich. Kimmich. Kimmich charging forward down that flank. And here's Messi. He's picked his way through. Piqué gets it away. Fernando Torres does have his name on the score sheet, of course. And it's Beckham. Now that's well seen too. Fiddles it through. Neymar. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away.
Well, Peter, when you're up against a speedster, you've got to get to him early and not let him get into a stride, and they're just not doing that.
So a chance here, what can they make of it?
Well, he can produce power, precision and deception, so he's not short on options.
That is some save from Khan! Roberto Baggio. Barcelona can, of course, make a change whenever they choose. Now it's Torres. Fernando Torres gets through on his own. Courtois did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Driving on and making good progress. Roberto Carlos. He is through here. There's the shot! Yes! And surely that settles it.
Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
Marcó en el minuto 36 el dorsal 11, Fernando Torres.
A case now of complete control. Now it's Mbappe. Roberto Carlos wins the duel this time. He has found the way through. Mbappe, shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Played it again. Good take by the keeper, he's read that well. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? Kimmich. Mbappe providing an outlet on that flank. Pirlo. Roberto Baggio. And now the breakaway. Great ball if he can get there. Might be danger here. And the finish! They've scored!